Hey guys, how are you doing? In this video, I want to talk about the number one guitar that I used the most often and that I'm still using at the moment, even though I have a bunch of guitars in my collection, but this one is personally the one that I use the most. You might recognize this guitar in some of my videos or my covers or anything that's going on beyond. But this guitar is really special. And judging by the name of what kind of guitar this is, you've probably seen it, you've probably heard of, you probably feel it. If you own one of these, you're intrigued for it. So, this guitar is really special because this is the number one guitar that I own before my other guitars in my arsenal, like my Tomcat Deluxe, my modified Squier Japanese 1983 Squier Bullet Stratocaster, all the way until what is my current favorite, which is the newest guitar, the D'Angelico XL. But this one has to be the most special guitar that I ever have. So this is a 2017, okay, it's been a couple years, but it still works and I love it. 2017 Fender American Special Stratocaster that was in a limited edition production. So if you ever own one of these guitars, you can't even see me with the horn, if you ever own one of these guitars, you have a rare piece of American history. When I first went to my local retail, I was looking for a guitar because I want to upgrade my gear to something, special, something great, something that I can use more often. And I went through a bunch of different guitars, and apparently we were, teaching. Well, my dad was teaching, and then I was teaching too. And then we were looking for gear to help with one of our clients. Until I went to the guitar section, and then I found this on the wall. And I was in deep love with it so much. Like, I love how this really nice natural Strat shape looks like with the maple on maple neck and fretboard. The pickups it has, the looks, the feel, the sound of it. It's just my dream guitar before. My parents were going out one day to get some stuff, for our personal uses. Until they say, we need some help getting something from the car. And so I went out to go to the car and to help them out. But I saw a gig bag that says Fender, and I'm like, is this my dream Fender guitar? Like, I'm saying my dream Fender Stratocaster. And I'm like, dude, it can't be. It can't be. And so when I took it out and then opened the case, or the gig bag I should say, because it comes in with a gig bag, these guitars, I took it out and I didn't even know how to react. Like, I was like, wow, right, yeah, like that. Like, I didn't even know how to react. Inside of me, I was like, dude, I can't believe it. But the outside, I'm like, yeah. Like, I didn't even know how to react because I didn't know it was possible. What this guitar is that it's a American Special. Okay, it's an American Special series. Essentially, there are USA production line of guitars, but on almost a lower budget. However, this is not a lower budget because this I can't even speak right. This was part of a, oh, my phone is ringing out.
A few moments later.
So this was part of a limited edition run. So they only make certain amount of these made. So they were very little. I don't know the exact number, how much they made, but they made them. And they're now gone. So if you ever try to find the exact same guitar, good luck, because you won't find one for sale, you won't find one used on live. If you can find me to use this on live, rarely, then you might sneak out and just stole and just rob it from me. I don't care. But this has an ash body. Ash is very, very special because Fender is stopped using ash bodies for USA production lines, and they only use ash's bodies for limited edition runs or custom shops models, like for strats, for tellies, for jazz masters, whatever they use. Sometimes they would use the ash, but for normal production lines, they don't. They stop using that. So since this was a limited edition run, then they use ash, and I love how this thing looks. Not only has the craziest, beautiful wood grain on the front, but on the back too. I don't know if the camera can see it, but it has beautiful wood grain. On person, it looks great, but I don't know if the camera can get it, but it has some nice streak going on all over the guitar. The back, the sides, the comfort carve, the belly cut, it's just a pure wood with a satin finish, which means that you can actually feel the wood itself, but it's still more smoother. So it's not too glossy, it's not too dry, it's like right in the middle. So it's very smooth, especially with the comfort carve, the comfort heel, right? Not heel, the comfort cutaway right here, where you place your arm. Control-wise, what am I saying? Control-wise on this guitar are pretty simple, but there are just a few things that I would like to note. So it has a 5-way switch. So you got your bridge, your middle and bridge, you got your middle, your neck and middle, and then your neck pickup for the switch. You have your master volume, no, not master, just a bridge tone knob, and then you have a neck tone knob right here, and then you have your master volume. However, on the pod itself, on the master volume, it has a grease bucket tone circuit, which means that the mid-range is gonna sustain more at a lower dynamic, or in this case, like the frequencies or the tone itself of the guitar will still be remain, but at a lower dynamic. So no matter where you place or where you dial down your volume, it will still remain the exact tone as you had like full on 10. It's just in the lower dynamic, which is awesome. These pickups are custom wound vintage style single coils. That's what they advertise. I don't know what kind of pickups are exactly, but that's what they call. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna live with it. 6-point synchronized trem system here. I lost the original trem bar, so I had to find some sort of substitute trem bar for this kind of bridge. Apparently I'm using the American Professional trem bar. It fits, but it doesn't go in all. It's still usable, so I can use it to go up or down, to do some swells. It just won't go in that much because the threads it's not perfectly threaded for the appropriate thread hole. That's where you insert the trem bar. And of course you got your output jack here, you got your tummy cutaway, your cavity. Yeah, that's just very basically simple, but in a special type, special look, and I love it. I got some people saying that this is not a maple neck, but it actually is. The thing that Fender does is that they tint the finish on the neck. So it's more goldy vibe, like almost like yellowish, but of course it's satin. So it looks like it's not maple, but it actually is maple. They just tint the finish. So yeah, same thing with the fretboard, 22 medium jumbo frets, black dot inlays, and you got your headstock with your deluxe tuners, your die-cast tuners, your string tree, and yeah, that's just a very simple guitar. And yeah, I love how it sounds. I'm gonna put out some sample videos right now so you guys can hear how it sounds, and I hope you like the tone of the guitar. Take care.
I'm